Archangel Michael says, "Be careful. This is not a joke." Someone made a very large payment to a person to take your open IT quickly. Archangel Michael says the night has been noisy with whispers, and the whispers carry the sound of coins sliding across a table. A transaction moved in the dark like a shadow with teeth, hunting for your name, your place, your peace. I am sent to cut the contract, to scatter the coins, and to place a blazing mark upon your door that says you are not for sale. A hand you once trusted released a signal, and another hand caught it with a grin that did not reach the eyes. The plot was built in layers, thin as silk and strong as wire, meant to tangle your steps. Evan has stepped in, not with panic but with precision, to turn the trap into testimony. The payment was not just money but intention, resentment gathered over months and be knotted into a rope. It was meant to pull you away from your path and hang your hope upon a crooked nail. The order given against you ends tonight because the one who writes your days has stamped them with fire. Your name is guarded. Your purpose is escorted. Your breath is counted and your light is registered at the highest court. I saw the messenger who carried the payment, and I saw the ledger where your name was written beside a price that did not belong to you. The page has been torn from the book and burned. The ash has been scattered over the water so it cannot be reconstructed. You felt the chill today for a reason. You noticed the delay at exactly the right moment because your spirit is awake and your senses are loyal. What tried to reach you found a wall of gold, and what tried to enter met a sword at the threshold. The plan was to take your voice first, to make you doubt your worth and compress your courage into silence. Your voice is the gate of your future and the fountain of your favor. I stand beside your voice and anoint it for clarity that cuts through fog like morning. Next, the plan aimed for your reputation, to bend stories and twist memories until you no longer recognized your reflection. Heaven answers by lifting the true mirror, and the mirror shows a steady face that endured storms and learned how to walk on wet stones. Your steps may be damp, but they are not slipping. There was a scheme against your provision, a redirection of opportunities, a closed circle that hoped to keep you outside the room. I unlocked the hinges you could not see and widened the door you thought was sealed. Watch carefully because the door you lost is reappearing, and two new doors are forming beside it. You were targeted because your season changed quietly, and not everyone can tolerate the light of your next chapter. Envy paid the courier, impatience signed the receipt, and fear sealed the envelope. None of those spirits rule your egress. A quiet friend noticed something and kept it in their pocket for the right hour. That hour is now, and the pocket is opening. What is revealed in truth will not embarrass you. It will help you stand taller, both feet planted, spine unbending. Your mind is a field and someone tried to sow weeds at night. I am walking the rows with you, pulling what does not belong, and leaving bundles of wheat standing in rows of promise. You will not mistake confusion for counsel again. Tonight your house is wrapped in a mantle that repels intrusion. The corners are sealed, the windows are watched, the roof is a shield, nothing hired against you will pass inspection. Your sleep will be a workshop where solutions are designed. Instructions will arrive like the quiet clicking of keys, each step practical, each step peaceful. You will wake knowing exactly what to do next. Close the doors that always make you feel smaller after you walk through them. Block the voices that drain your energy but call it concern. choose the table where your name is spoken with respect even when you are not present. Write your boundaries in simple words and keep them where your eyes can find them. Mark the dates when your spirit felt heaviest and notice how they point to the same few names and places. Light will do the rest. The arrangement against you depended on your exhaustion and your need to be understood by the wrong audience. You are freed from that need. Your clarity is worth more than their applause. Check the agreements you signed in a hurry and the favors you promised when you were lonely. If any promise pulls you away from peace, release it in truth. If any agreement asks you to shrink, return it to sender with a blessing and a lock. Your memory is cleansing itself. Old scenes are being lifted and rewoven with meaning, not blame. You will not relive the wound while you learn from it. A caller will pretend urgency and demand immediate answers. You will know immediate answers that cost your calm. Let the call go to silence and answer only when anchored. A meeting will be offered in a familiar place meant to disarm you. Change the location to neutral ground or decline with grace. Watch how quickly false reasons fall apart when they cannot control the setting. Someone will bring you paperwork and ask for a signature wrapped in flattery. Read slowly and invite a second set of eyes if the lines feel heavy. Delay is not disobedience when your spirit says wait. Your strength is gentleness with a backbone. Your wisdom is warmth with a gate. Your loyalty is deep and it is no longer available for exploitation. I place a sentinel at your threshold, one who does not sleep. I hang a lantern over your path that cannot be stolen. I station peace at the center of your mind like a lion that does not explain its roar. The payment that moved against you has become a receipt that proves what was attempted. It will not define you. It will defend you. Where they hope to discredit you, the record will witness your restraint. There is a room being prepared for you where your ideas are welcomed and funded. Your hands will build what your heart carried for years. The lack that tried to be your landlord has been evicted. Your body remembers stress and tonight your body will begin to release it. Your chest will loosen. Your jaw will unclench. Your shoulders will fall back into balance. You will breathe fully for the first time in a long time. Do not rehearse the argument you already won by walking away. Do not resend the explanation that was ignored the first time. Your silence in the right place is a fortress. I will now speak to the root that tried to feed on your future. The root is exposed to daylight and cannot survive the heat. The soil of your life will not nourish parasites. Expect a reversal that looks like a small inconvenience for your enemies and a great relief for you. Expect an apology that will not include everything you deserve but will contain enough truth to confirm your discernment. Expect a release that arrives without a fight because the fight ended before it began. You have permission to be happy before the evidence arrives. You have permission to prepare for good news without fear of disappointment. You have permission to be steady even when others remain dramatic. Letter will surface that clarifies a misunderstanding created on purpose. The letter will close the mouth of gossip without you lifting a finger. Keep it for your records and keep your heart light. I now bless your name to be heavy with credibility and light with joy. I bless your feet to find straight lines. I bless your hands to hold only what you can celebrate. Your family line will feel the change first. A quiet peace will settle on conversations that used to end in tension. A soft laughter will return to rooms that forgot how to be kind. Your finances will receive correction and order. Money will stop leaving through the cracks you could not find. Opportunities that fit you will arrive with timing that calms you. This is not wishful thinking. It is a decree backed by the throne that knows your history and your tomorrow. Your timeline is under protection. Your momentum is escorted by favor. The one hired against you will begin to feel the discomfort of misaligned assignment. They will lose interest because darkness cannot maintain discipline without chaos. Their attention will wobble and finally fall away from you. You will notice how little you need the approval of those who never learned how to see you. You will learn how much you enjoy the quiet of inner honesty. You will become skilled at saying no with a smile. This week holds a moment where your courage will tap the table and ask to be heard. Honor it. You will never regret honoring your courage. Say out loud what is true about you and say it without defense. You are not hard to love. You are careful with your love. You are not too much. You are the right size for your calling. Revisit the dream you abandoned because they rolled their eyes. Dust it off and lay it on the table like a map. You will find that the roads are still there. Take the next practical step even if it is small. Send the email. Make the appointment. Cancel the lunch that always hurts. Return to the simple rituals that nourish you. Drink water like you are worth hydrating. Walk outside and let the sun shine your skin with warmth. Sleep is security, not escape. Rest is strategy, not laziness. Laughter is medicine, not distraction. The payment against you activated a principle that backfires on those who sow harm. They will be offered a mirror and a moment to choose a different path. Whether they change is not your burden. Forgive without re-entering unsafe rooms, release without abandoning self-respect. Bless without inviting intrusion. Plant your flag on the ground of patience and watch how pressure loses power. Plant your hope in actions you can control and watch anxiety run out of oxygen. Plant your joy in gratitude and watch bitterness fail to reproduce. Your house is a sanctuary. Your phone is a gate. Your calendar is a covenant. Art will help you heal, even if it is simple and only for you. Music will gather the pieces of you into a gentle circle. Writing will thread inset through your days with a needle no one else can hold. Your work will carry a scent of integrity that others cannot counterfeit. Your name will open the right doors because it is associated with solutions, not drama. Your presence will calm the room the way rain quiets dust. The one who tried to pull strings behind you will learn that your strings are cut. You are not a puppet. You are a son. You are a daughter. You are a builder. Builders do not dance to hidden drums. They lay foundations that outlast noise. The chapter you are entering begins with a long hallway of green lights. Move at a pace that honors your nervous system. Do not sprint to prove anything. Walk to establish everything. You will be surprised by how easily some knots unfasten once you stop tugging. You will be grateful for the timing that once restricted you. You will be free, and your freedom will be beautiful rather than loud. Keep a small journal of daily proofs. Write the time and the thing that worked. Watch the list lengthen like a smile that keeps returning. I place 3 seals over you now: clarity for decisions, courage for boundaries, and celebration for progress. These seals cannot be counterfeited or cracked by outside hands. They will hum quietly in your chest like truth that finally fits. A mentor will appear in an unexpected form. You will recognize them by how they protect your pace rather than hurry your story. Trust the slow wisdom. It is safe. Grief will be honored but will not be your weather. Tears can fall without drowning your plans. Memory can ache without writing your worth. There will be a day very soon when you will look back at tonight as the hinge. The door that tried to swing shut bounced against this hinge and could not close. Your future leaned forward and smiled. The person who accepted the payment will feel the weight of it in their own affairs. They will either return the money or lose more than they gained. A judgment belonged to justice and not to you. You do not need revenge because you have recovery. You do not need proof because you have peace. You do not need permission because you have purpose. Stand in the center of your room and breathe slowly. Imagine the light filling your chest and spreading through each corridor of your life. Speak blessing over your bed, your table, your work, your words. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where transformation always begins. You are not isolated. You are insulated for a moment of recalibration. You are not confused. You are careful, and careful people make clean decisions. Thank the past version of you for surviving on scraps. Thank the present version of you for choosing structure. Thank the future version of you for waiting with open hands. You will not be reduced to a rumor. You will not be defined by a delay. You will not be captured by a contact you never approve. I now close the window that let cold air into your heart. I latch it from the inside with wisdom and from the outside with protection. The draft stops here. Your generosity will be guided so it does not become your weakness. Your empathy will be focused so it does not become your exhaustion. Your hope will be grounded so it does not become your illusion. Celebrate small wins loudly in private and quietly in public. Keep your circle wide with kindness and small with intimacy. Hold your secrets like seeds that need the dark. You will become skilled at recognizing the difference between urgency and importance. You will choose importance and let urgency knock until it learns manners. Your priorities will become your peace. This message arrives before the breaking news because heaven wanted you informed rather than startled. This is why your skin tingled at the doorway and why your spirit refused a certain invitation. That refusal saved you from a conversation designed to ensnare you. The heavy envelope will not land on your table. The signature line will never meet your pen. The scheme will expire with a whimper, not a bang. There is a road traveling toward you carrying allies who do not need your title to honor your talent. It will speak your name in rooms you have never seen. They will prefer partnership to possession. Answer the door for alignment and let scarcity wait outside. Answer the call for growth and let gossip die in the dark. Answer the email from purpose and let petness bounce against the firewall. Treat your time like treasure and watch your life become a vault for goodness. Treat your attention like currency and invest it where returns are guaranteed. Treat your body like a promise and keep it. The pressure that tried to bend you has, instead, revealed how straight you stand. The stress that tried to cloud you has, instead, clarified what matters. The plot that tried to break you has, instead, told the world you were worth planning against. I am surrounding your next 7 mornings with quiet assurance that wakes before alarm. Each morning will hand you one key, and by the 7th you will hold a ring heavy with access. Doors that used to laugh will learn to open when you arrive. I seal your thresholds, your agreements, your name, your rest. I redirect every hired hand away from your garden. I bless your harvest to outnumber their invoices. Let this be the moment your jaw softens and your shoulders drop. Let this be the hour your mind stops chasing shadows. Let this be the night you remember you are protected because you are precious. The one who paid against you will see you thriving and call it luck. You will know better. You will call it protection, preparation, and promise. Write down 3 sentences before sleep. Write what you release, what you receive, and what you will rebuild. Keep the paper under your pillow like a quiet covenant with yourself. Do not apologize for surviving. Do not apologize for shining. Do not apologize for choosing peace. Your laughter is returning with a richness that makes days taste new. Your focus is returning with a sharpness that cuts through distractions like silk. Your faith in your future is returning with a calm that does not shout. I will now stand at your gate with a flaming sword that cannot be brined, borrowed, or bycast. Any assignment that does not carry light will be turned around. Any voice that tries to sell you fear will be muted. Go to sleep with your windows secure and your heart untangled. Wake to a day that already favors you. Walk in a path that was measured for your stride and blessed for your joy. This is your notice of victory. Serve in advance of the outcome. This is your shield polished and placed in your hands. This is your announcement that the payment against you has failed to purchase your destiny. I step back now, not away, but aside, to let you see how the room belongs to you again. You will feel it in the air like rain after heat. You will carry it in your chest like music that does not fade. May your decisions be clean and your mornings be light. May your friendships be real and your boundaries be kind. May your future be fearless and your present be full. The coins that tried to speak for you are silent. Your voice is speaking for itself. Your story is unfolding without permission from anyone who never learned how to love you. Walk softly because softness is strength. Speak gently because gentleness is steel. Lead yourself first because self-leadership is the beginning of every miracle you are about to see. The worst is already over, even if the dust is still settling. The best is already circling, even if the door is not yet open. You are already safe, even if the room is still learning your new rules. Lift your head. Straighten your clothes. Zip forward. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Archangel Michael says the hour is still tender, and tenderness is power when sharpened by truth. Your name has been held over fires by people who never learned the warmth of real courage. Tonight the flame becomes a lantern in your hand, no longer a torch in theirs. The contract that moved against you depends on repetition, the slow drip of pressure that hopes to hollow your resolve. You have stopped the drip by noticing it, and noticing is a holy interruption. Interruption becomes deliverance when you stay consistent. A message will arrive that tries to rope you back into confusion through nostalgia. Nostalgia is not a compass. It is a museum. Walk through, bless the exhibits, and keep the exit in sight. your heart will not be rented by urgency any longer. Your attention will not be leased to panic. Your time will not be borrowed by people who never repay. You are learning the art of decisive kindness, the kind of kindness that respects truth even when truth changes plans. Your yes is becoming gold because your no has finally found its voice. This is how peace scales without noise. I quiet the corridor where echoes used to frighten you. I brighten the stair where you once stumble. I widen the landing so you can turn without scraping your shoulders. There is a file with your name on a desk that once opposed you. The same hands that tried to press it forward will now misplace it without understanding why. Delay will favor you because favor has redirected the path. The room you used to dread is losing its power because your posture changed. Shoulders back, chin soft, gaze steady. Your presence is no longer negotiating for permission, it is offering value on its own terms. You will feel a nudge to clear the neglected corners of your life. Delete tent numbers that always bring storms, empty a drawer and prove that your space belongs to purpose. A slow audit will begin, and it will be gentle on your heart and firm on your habits. You will keep what matches your future and release what feeds your fatigue. The audit will harvest energy you forgot you had. Your creativity is waking like a city at dawn, lights flickering on in sequence across a skyline. These lights are opportunities, and you will not sprint from one to the next, you will plan a route. Planning is worship when it honors your capacity. I am placing new language on your tongue, words that carry weight without aggression. You will state your terms with grace that cannot be distorted. Those who misread grace's weakness will discover structure behind it. Access to you is being updated, compassion remains unlimited, but proximity is now earned. Your circles will be concentric, not chaotic. The one who accepted the payment against you will find that their calendar is suddenly crowded with their own repairs. This is not your celebration. It is simply cause and effect doing its work. Release them to lessons that do not require your attendance. You will invest in rest like it pays interest, because it does. Margin will become your mentor. Silence will become your strategist. A habit will end quietly on a Tuesday afternoon, and you will not make a speech about it. You will simply stop feeding what starves you. From that day, your hours will taste different. I recalibrate your relationship with opportunity. Scarcity taught you to grab, wisdom teaches you to choose. Choice is dignity wearing time as jewelry. Your home will begin to echo with a confidence that visitors can feel. Plants will grow better. Light will find new angles, and even your reflection will stand a little taller. These are not small things, these are the architecture of well-being. The thread of worry that used to cinch your chest will unravel without spectacle. Each breath will stitch you into the moment you are actually living. The present is safe, and the future is arriving on time. You will open a message and feel the old pull to explain yourself. You will decline the pull and reply with clarity that does not perform, explain less, decide more, proceed with peace. Your hands will learn what to carry lightly and what to hold firmly. Some tasks require gentle fingertips, some assignments require a steady grip. Wisdom knows the difference and whispers in real time. I am lighting the hallway between you and your next collaborator. They will value what you value: integrity, pace, quality. Shared values are bridges that never collapse. A pattern of small betrayals will reveal itself as a single lesson you do not need again. You will archive the lesson without animosity. Your compassion can be vast without becoming a revolving door. You will measure progress in how quickly you return to calm after disruption. Recovery time is sorted. This is proof that your nervous system is learning your new leadership. Your generosity will find better channels. Leaks will be sealed, and rivers will replace puddles. The same kindness now with banks that guide at Torque Harvest. I am pulling your name out of conversations that shrink you. I am placing your name in rooms that expand you. Words are weather, and your forecast is clearing. You will make a list of 5 tasks that have haunted you and complete them without drama. Completion will taste like relief and sound like a door closing softly. One by one, weights will become feathers. The ache you carry for those who hurt themselves will be held by a wisdom older than worry. You will intercede without interfering. Boundaries will protect the dignity of their path and the peace of yours. Technology will serve you, not own you. Notifications will earn the right to interrupt. Your devices will become tools again, not tyrants. You will find a letter you wrote to yourself years ago in the unlikeliest place. The letter will be short and startlingly kind. Keep it where you can see it for 7 days. Conversations that used to drain you will suddenly end sooner because you have learned how to land the plane. You will not circle the airport of misunderstanding until the fuel runs out. Your landing gear is confidence, and it deploys on command. I am closing the back doors that allowed exhaustion to steal your joy. Those doors were habits disguised as loyalty. Loyalty is beautiful when it does not require self-abandonment. There is a trip in your future that will not look glamorous from the outside, but will change everything inside. A short distance, a quiet place, a clean decision. You will return lighter and more certain. Food will become fuel again rather than negotiation. Water will carry messages of care to every cell. Movement will be a celebration rather than a punishment. An ID you parked because resources were thin will find a patron. The patron will appreciate function over flash and character over cloud. Partnership will feel like alignment, not pressure. I am rehearsing your promotion in rooms you cannot see. The script is integrity. The stage is readiness. The timing is mercy. You will step into it without needing to prove that you are allowed to be there. The weapon formed was intricately designed to match your previous vulnerabilities. Those vulnerabilities are now fortresses. The blueprint is outdated, and the attack cannot find purchase. Your sleep will be deep and responsible, shutting off the lights in the offices of worry at closing time. Dreams will reorganize your thoughts without agitation. Mornings will hand you clear lists instead of fog. You will notice that quiet people with strong roots are drawn to you. They will not demand your story as a trophy. They will protect your process like gardeners protect seedlings. A hinged conversation approaches, and you will bring both candor and compassion. Your words will be measured. Your tone will be warm, and your boundaries will be unmistakable. The outcome will honor your growth. I am sending skilled help for the tasks that require expertise beyond your bandwidth. Delegation will feel like trust instead of loss. Excellence will multiply because you stopped insisting on doing everything alone. Your calendar will match your calling. The misfit appointments will bounce off like pebbles on blast. Open hours will become fertile soil for decisive action. Forgiveness will stop being a performance and begin being a practice. Practice will make space in your chest where heaviness used to live. That space will fill with ideas that feel like sunlight. The story others tell about you is no longer your assignment. The story you live with yourself is the only one you can author. Authorship is stewardship of truth. A small ceremony will happen in your kitchen when you toss an object that always carried a memory of diminishment. The room will exhale. You will sense the shift like wind through curtains. You will pick up an old skill and notice how fast it returns. Muscle memory will meet maturity. The combination is powerful and gentle at once. I am placing a gentle alarm within you that rings when chaos dresses up as urgency. The ring will be soft but unmistakable. You will heed it, pause, and preserve your clarity. Someone will attempt to barter for your peace with the currency of guilt. The exchange rate is now 0. Peace is not for sale. A legal matter that once intimidated you will simplify. Clarity will arrive in plain language. You will sign only what respects your sovereignty. I am restoring the dignity of your pace, fast when necessary, slow when wise. Steady as your default, steady builds statues. Steady plants forests. Steady writes legacies. Your words will heal rooms that never apologize to you. You will not use them as weapons. You will use them as blueprints. People will build healthier lives after hearing you speak. The person who mistook your gentleness for naivety will rethink their definitions. You will not correct them, results will. Evidence is a patient teacher. I scatter the remaining coins that tried to purchase your timeline. They roll away into corners where they cannot be gathered again. Kant's actions against you are cancelled for lack of jurisdiction. You will become more interested in fruit than fireworks. Fireworks are loud and over quickly. Fruit is quiet and feeds generations. Choose orchard over applause. Your work will carry a rhythm that coordinates with rest. Beat and breath. Effort and ease, this is sustainable victory. And it belongs to you. I drape your shoulders with a mantle that fits this year of your life. It is tailored to your patience. Lined with endurance. Stitched with discernment, wear it without explanation. A friendship will deepen because you both chose honesty over harmony. The harmony that returns after honesty is truer than the silence that pretended to be peace. This is how trust matures. A door you thought you wanted will remain closed. And you will feel no grief about it. Preference will give way to precision. Precision puts you where provision already lives. You are stepping into a chapter where consistency is your crown. It will not be heavy because it was measured for your head. The glow will be obvious to you before it is obvious to anyone else. The axis of your life is shifting by degrees that are small now and significant over distance. Keep adjusting your sails with tiny, brave movements. Over time, the shoreline will be new. I stand at your threshold still. Sword bright. Eyes kind. I do not leave when the room grows quiet. I remain until the quiet becomes culture. Your life is learning that culture now. Carry these words into your week like a folded map in the inside pocket of your jacket. Know that help stands near and wisdom stands within. Walk out what has been spoken with calm, courageous steps. Archangel Michael says the road ahead is paved with choices that honor your energy rather than drain it. the turn you just made was small on the map and massive in your spirit. Quiet decisions change loud destinies. Your peace is not fragile blasts, it is tempered steel cooled in honest fire. Every time you walk away from theatrics, you choose architecture over applause. Foundations replace fireworks and your future thanks you for the swap. The agreement formed against you has lost its handwriting. The ink that tried to mark you has dissolved in light that tells the truth without shouting. Papers that carried your name without consent now carry the stamp of null and void. Your day will begin to feel like a well-tuned instrument. Trains that once screeched with tension now hum with intention. Rhythm replaces rush and everything plays in key. Conversations will hold integrity like water in a clear glass. Your words will be measured and nourishing, not heavy with hidden hooks. People will feel safe to be honest because you leave with clarity. A small victory arrives disguised as an ordinary email that lands at the exact right minute. You will read it and feel your shoulders drop by instinct. Timing will prove that protection is practical as well as spiritual. You are learning to let silence finish sentences that do not deserve your voice. Not every invitation is worthy of your breath. Stillness is not empty when it is filled with wisdom. I gather your scattered focus and return it to your hands. You will hold it like a compass that only points forward. Distraction will still knock, but it will no longer move in. Your name is becoming a synonym for reliability. People will think of you and remember how peace felt. Your reputation will travel faster than rumors and arrive with receipts of character. The shadow that tried to stand behind you now stands revealed in daylight. Exposure is not cruelty when it is medicine. Truth treats infections that secrecy could not heal. Your body will register safety and begin to repair what stress interrupted. Breath will reach places it skipped before. Sleep will land like a soft anchor and hold you steady till morning. You will choose interactions that respect the value of your time. The calendar will look lighter and the albums will grow heavier with meaning. Less will do more because you are done with clutter. I escort your creativity past the checkpoint where permission used to slow you. Green lights show up in rows like stars mapping a route. The map was always there and now your courage reads it clearly. Old narratives lose their script when you stop auditioning for roles that never fit. You were not made to play small to make others comfortable. Comfort built on your shrinking is not comfort, it is control. The person who tried to purchase interference will learn that favor is not for sale. Access built on bribes collapses under its own weight. Integrity outlives shortcuts because it knows how to stand. You will enjoy the taste of ordinary days that run smoothly. Tea will be hot, work will be clear, and evening will arrive like a friend who knocks gently. These are holy successes dressed in simple clothes. Gratitude will become a practice that strengthens your spine. Strong spines carry compassion without bending into people-pleasing. You will feel kind and grounded at the same time. A mentor sentence will land with the softness of a feather and the accuracy of an arrow. It will confirm what your spirit already knew. Confirmation is comfort when it meets readiness. You will repack your priorities like a suitcase that finally closes without struggle. Only essentials make the trip, everything else waits for another season or another traveler. I set a watch over the pathways that once smuggled anxiety into your mind. Those routes are closed tonight. New routes carry messages of steadiness and support. Money begins to behave when boundaries arrive. Budgets become bridges rather than fences, wisdom directs resources to purpose and joy. Your heart releases the audition for rooms that never valued your depth. You perform for no one because you are not a performance, you are a person, and that truth is freedom. A phone call that once triggered dread will now meet a boundary it cannot cross. A call can ring without ruling your mood, you are not obligated to attend every alarm. I bless your home to echo with laughter that heals rather than distracts. Music will return to corners that held silence too tightly, light will show up at unexpected hours with soft announcements of ease. Your work will carry evidence of excellence rather than the noise of overexertion. Excellence is precision, not exhaustion. You will finish tasks with energy left to celebrate. The plot that aimed for your reputation will encounter records that vindicate you. Files will align with facts and facts will align with favor, the truth will be simple and sufficient. You will step into rooms with the relaxed confidence of someone who belongs. Belonging is not borrowed when it is built on preparation. Preparation wraps your shoulders like a cloak that fits. Old anger will loosen its grip because healing arrived with dignity. Dignity lets you feel fully without drowning. Your emotions will flow like rivers with strong banks. You will recognize manipulative urgency like a costume you no longer wear. The costume stays on the hanger, your authenticity shows up in clothes that fit. A project will bloom after a dormant season. Germination looked like nothing on the surface and everything beneath it. Roots did their work quietly and now leaves appear without strain. I fortify your discernment to separate loud from important. Important earns your attention and loud learns your limits. Priorities will grow muscle and move mountains calmly. You will not negotiate with fear in back rooms that hide accountability. Everything moves to the table where light can see it. Light is fair and firm and unmistakably kind. The corridor that once echoed with criticism now hums with creation. You are not correcting point by point. You are constructing piece by piece. Builders sleep better than debaters because progress tucks them in. Your friendships will refine themselves without trauma. The right ones lean closer and the wrong ones drift like leaves on wind. You bless both outcomes and keep walking. A small ritual will steady your week and you will protect it fiercely. Rituals keep promises on schedule when willpower wobbles. Consistency becomes your quiet crown. You will sense when to conserve and when to pour. Pacing is power when coupled with purpose. The marathon rewards those who breathe. I remove the last hoax of shame that tried to hitch a ride on your memory. Memory functions better when it is not carrying cargo that does not belong. Your story stands without apologies because growth is obvious. Your voice will carry grace that does not excuse harm. Race holds doors open for accountability to walk in. Accountability arrives with tools, not torches. A letter with good news takes the long route and still arrives on time. Delays that used to inflame your worry now serve your development. The deter delivered skills you will soon need. You become difficult to discourage because your metrics change. Progress is measured in peace per hour as much as in tasks per day. Peace scales beautifully when protected. I tighten the guardrails around your digital life. Scams slide off, bait loses flavor, and distractions feel like static rather than songs. The signal you listen to is clean. You will hold space for grief without letting it trespass into identity. Loss is honored and then escorted to its rightful room. Love remains and builds new furniture. The next opportunity will not require you to disguise your values. Alignment tastes like water when you are thirsty. You will drink without guilt and work without distortion. Your mornings will open like blinds rising to lead in light, like fine surfaces ready to reflect rather than hide. Readiness is your new weather. I mark your thresholds with wisdom that stays awake while you sleep. The night will watch your doors and the morning will greet your plans. Safety and strategy will share your table. The person who tried to buy your disruption will spend their return on repairs. You are not their lesson plan. Your learning belongs to them and your learning belongs to you. Your inner room becomes the headquarters of your decisions. Meetings are shorter and outcomes are cleaner. Clarity chairs the table and fear waits outside. I braid strength, gentleness, and joy into one cord that does not fray. Strength lets you carry. Gentleness lets you connect. Joy lets you continue. The cord loops around your day like a promise kept. The horizon ahead is not a threat. It is a stage for steady courage. Steady courage built this moment piece by piece while no one clapped. You clap for yourself now because you recognize the craft. Carry this continuation as proof that your story improves with each honest step. Proof stacks quietly and builds cathedrals of confidence. You are living in one and inviting others to learn how to build. Your sleep tonight will sign a treaty with your future. The treaty states that panic no longer drafts your plans. Peace writes your schedule and purpose signs as witness. I stand sentry at your boundary lines without wavering. Access is granted to love, truth, and growth. Intrusion is turned back with a calm that cannot be bought or bullied. The hour is safe, the path is clear, and your name is protected. You will move lightly and land firmly. Your life will feel like a home that finally fits. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. Archangel Michael says the morning breathes like a calm animal beside you and waits for your signal. Your signal is not noise. It is alignment that brings order to everything it touches. Order gathers your scattered power and places it in your hands with reverence. The path ahead carries fewer doors and clearer signs. The signs do not shout because they do not need to convince you. Convincing is replaced by knowing, and knowing walks quietly. Your discernment is sharpening without becoming suspicious. You will notice details that used to slip past the edges of your attention. These details will protect your peace and multiply your progress. The arrangement that tried to rent space in your future has been escorted out. It leaves no keys behind and takes every copy it made. Locks are changed and thresholds are marked. You will experience a day that feels like open windows in a clean room. Gear will move easily and ideas will float in without strain. Ease will be new and you will accept it without apology. I gather your courage into a steady flame that does not flicker when doors open. This flame warms your relationships and cauterizes old wounds. It is a companion, not a spectacle. Your calendar becomes a canvas and not a cage. Paint with commitments that match your capacity. Leave white space so breath can live between the brushstrokes. The person who pushed chaos toward you will experience a change of direction. Your boundaries turn their arrows back toward their own lessons. Lessons belong to learners, and you are learning your own. Your voice continues to mature into something measured and magnetic. It draws the right help and repels the wrong expectations. Words become architecture that invites stable lives to gather. You are building a future that does not require constant defense. It stands on alignment and stands up for itself by working well. Function becomes your reputation and grace becomes your signature. Rest is becoming ritual and ritual is becoming strength. You no longer bargain with sleep as if rest is optional. Rest sits at the head of your table and everyone in your life learns to respect the chair. You will choose food, media, and company that soothe your nervous system. Soothing is not indulgence. It is maintenance for a powerful machine. The machine runs cooler and lasts longer when honored. A mentor will introduce you to a principle that turns toil into flow. The principle is simple and repeatable. Simplicity is not small. It is concentrated wisdom. You will outgrow the need to narrate your improvements to people who prefer your older version. Your preference is not your problem. Your progress is your permission. I retrieve old gifts you placed in storage when life grew loud. The gifts feel familiar and surprisingly ready for this season. They return with upgrades you did not know were installed. There is a meeting where your preparation will speak before you do. Your preparation will name the problem, present the path, and honor the people. Each step will feel inevitable because you have already walked it privately. Your finances will carry the calm of clear arithmetic and honest priorities. Clear arithmetic is a comfort that does not depend on mood. Honest priorities are a lighthouse in all weather. You will practice small refusals that make room for major yes. The major yes will arrive with resources attached. Resources follow clarity the way rivers follow gravity. The story others wrote about you loses its readers when your results publish daily. Your life becomes the premium edition that stays in print. Subscribers are patience, integrity, and endurance. A project you feared would fail turns into a study in momentum. Momentum behaves like a friend who loves to help once invited. You invite by starting and by continuing. Your bedroom holds silence that repairs thinking and smooths emotion. Your bed remembers that it is a sanctuary and not a courtroom. Dreams arrive as instructors with gentle voices and practical advice. You will handle a delayed response without anxiety because you trust your timing. Trust is not passivity, it is paced commitment. Pacing brings projects across finish lines without injuries. I remove the last residue of shame from situations you outgrew. Shame cannot survive in rooms that celebrate learning. Learning is the light that changes everything it touches. Your kindness becomes strategic and your strategy becomes kind. The combination disarms manipulation and feeds collaboration. Collaboration will taste like nourishment rather than negotiation. You will take a walk and feel a click inside your chest. The click is alignment snapping into place without ceremony. After the click, decisions feel like stairs rather than cliffs. Your creativity will not be rushed and will not be stalled. It will flow in sessions that respect your body and schedule. Flow thrives on boundaries that bless both focus and rest. I anchor your patience to outcomes that matter, not optics that distract. Optics burn fast and leave ash. Outcomes grow slow and leave fruit. You become excellent at saying no without explanation. Excellence is polite and final. The world learns your terms and respects your clarity. A quiet ally will open a door because they enjoy your reliability. Reliability is rare and therefore precious. You earn this ally by being who you said you were when no one watched. Your routines tighten just enough to hold growth without choking joy. Joy needs room to spin, and you will give it space. Spinning joy oils the gears of productivity. You pick up a book that contains one sentence you will carry for a year. The sentence fits your spirit like a tailored coat. Wear it until the next coat is ready. I return your attention to the present moment where power lives. Power does not perform, it proceeds. Proceeding becomes your habit and your hallmark. Your family line feels the upgrade in how you settle disagreements. You no longer aim to win, you aim to repair. Repair builds bridges that carry generations. The person who tested your boundaries learns that access is a privilege. Privileges are maintained through respect and reciprocity. Without those, doors lock with quiet certainty. You will revise a plan once and feel the relief of accuracy. Accuracy saves energy the way good maps save miles. Saved energy becomes available for creation and care. Your hands release roles that never fit, even if they once paid the bills. Payment without purpose is a short lease. Purpose with payment is a deed in your name. I gather the last stray threads of your worry and wind them into a cord of resolve. Resolve ties strategies to calendars and conversations to outcomes. Nothing slips through because the knot is clean. This week you will notice a habit of second-guessing and end at mid-sentence. Confidence enters where second-guessing once sat. The seat remains occupied by a better tenant. Your inbox begins to mirror your intention because you delete what imitates urgency. Invitations that batch your mission remain. Everything else fades into the background where it belongs. A place you feared becomes neutral and then becomes ordinary. Ordinary is a victory after fear. You will mark the date and smile at the memory of courage. I bless your craft to carry wisdom without weight. Wisdom travels lightly when practiced daily. Practice turns insight into infrastructure. Your laughter deepens without becoming loud. Deep laughter is rooted in safety. Safety is the soil where new ideas grow strong. You will kindly decline a conversation designed to reopen an old wound. Declining is not cruelty. It is stewardship. Stewardship guards healing with calm firmness. Your patience with yourself becomes contagious. People around you breathe easier because you model humane standards. Humane standards produce sustainable excellence. You will say yes to a collaboration that honors your pace and protects your values. Protection inside partnership is non-negotiable now. Is non-negotiable becomes the reason success feels peaceful. I shield your digital boundaries with discernment that spots traps before they trigger. Traps lose their surprise when seen early. Early sight is a gift you now carry. Your future greets you with the steadiness you have practiced. Steadiness is the language of long accomplishments. Long accomplishments feel like mountains built from daily stones. You will keep a small promise to yourself every morning for 7 days. The promise is simple and sacred. 7 days engraves the groove where momentum runs. I set a lamp at the center of your home that cannot be stolen. The lamp is attention that loves properly. Properly loved attention multiplies the good you already have. The exchange that tried to purchase access to your life finds no counterparty. You no longer trade your clarity for convenience. Your feet learn how to pause before accepting deadlines that belong to others. The pause saves projects and relationships. Saved projects and relationships become proof of wisdom. You will not need to explain your boundaries to people who can meet them. Meeting then becomes the proof that words were unnecessary. Proof builds trust without speech. I close out old cycles with gentle finality. Gentle finality is the sound of doors that seal without slamming. The seal is your safety and your signal. The road you are on now is not crowded because it is custom. Custom roads fit the stride of your soul. Fit creates endurance, and endurance creates legacy. You will notice a soft light at your edges when you pass mirrors. Light is not vanity, it is vitality. Vitality is the signature of a life that fits. I remain posted at your threshold as presence rather than alarm. Presence is protection that smiles. Smiling protection is what peace looks like when it is working.